Hello, and welcome here. My name is Sarah, for any of you that are new. Today, I just wanted to take you along for some homemaking, a little bit more focused on outdoor chores today. We do live on a 10-acre property, and so I just wanted to share a little bit about what those chores look like in the summertime. So we are currently trying to establish a new pasture. If you don't know, we've lived on this property for just over a year now, and they had a big gravel area in the back. I guess the previous owners had used like big semi trucks and needed this space, but we just didn't need all that gravel. We would rather have more grass for cattle, and so I am currently moving sprinkler and all the hoses all the way up to the very top of the hill. I tried to empty the hose before I bring it up, but it's still a little bit of a feat. So bringing it all the way up there and realized that the dugout hose was on, and we just don't have enough pressure to run the sprinkler and fill the dugout. So hopped the fence right by the cows, and yes, they are very friendly, and walked all the way up to the top of the hill here to turn off the water that is currently filling our dugout. And this is so that we would have water to use outdoors in the winter if need be. We don't have any animals that we need to use them for at the moment, but we wanted it full just in case. And then I am off to the garden. We had another hailstorm that just shredded my onions. It actually isn't looking too bad right now, but the onions just look very sad, and so I decided to harvest them a little bit earlier than usual, and my son had a lot of fun. He loved picking the onions. I actually had put my son down for his nap already. This is right after lunch, and so I decided to cut a few sunflowers, and the bees were loving them, so I was kind of staying away from the ones where the bees were kind of hovering around. So I didn't get very many. I think I picked like 3, and then I grabbed some cosmos from the garden, just some white ones. They're looking very sad after the hail, so they didn't look very good. Just brought those in and cut them to size to put in my pitcher. This pitcher is my favorite vase, and yes, I still have my son's birthday balloons up from the week before. I'm not the best at arranging bouquets. I would love to get better at this, so if you have any tips, please share. I would love to learn to make them a little bit prettier. But it had been a little bit of a busy morning. I actually had to run out earlier, and so I didn't get to emptying the dishwasher. So just kind of cleaning up the kitchen a little bit, emptying the dishwasher, and then putting in the few dishes from breakfast and lunch as well. I've mentioned this before, but something that I've been doing for the past couple of months is really making sure my kitchen is completely cleaned up after every single meal. And yes, I didn't get around to the breakfast dishes this morning. I usually will try to unload the dishwasher right in the morning, but sometimes it just doesn't work. But I just really try to get everything cleaned up, all the dishes put away, the floors swept, everything, and it just makes being in the kitchen a lot more enjoyable. And I find that I actually am excited to get to the next meal rather than dreading cooking supper, because all of the dishes from lunch and breakfast are still there. So definitely still loving this habit. And I am now getting to my kefir. I'm still trying to keep on top of feeding and using. I try to do about half a cup a day, and then I decided to go clean my windows. This wasn't planned, but we had a pretty severe wind and rainstorm the week prior, and so my windows were just looking really bad. So all I do to clean my windows, if I don't want to like get out a rag, is just hose them down and then use my squeegee, and I'll just kind of scrub them a little bit, hose them down again just to kind of give it a rinse, and then I will use my squeegee to just get off all the water, and that seems to work really well, and it's really quick too. I decided while I was kind of hosing stuff down, I kind of cleaned up all of my son's toys from the backyard and decided to clean the patio furniture. We don't have much, we just have 2 chairs and like a little bistro table. Our entire backyard is covered in trees, and so they get bird poop a lot. So I should probably keep on top of cleaning them a little bit more often than I do. But moving on to my onions, I decided to just set them all out on some cardboard to cure them. I've never actually cured onions myself. Now actually been 2 weeks since filming this video, and I think I did it correctly. They're cured. I even braided them and everything, and I'm very excited to store these for use for the winter. And I also hadn't gotten around to checking on my chickens, so I just made sure that they had water. And I probably should have put on boots because my flip-flops got covered in chicken poop, but checked for eggs as well. And I'm usually getting about 2 or 3 eggs a day at the moment, and I had 2 today. And now I'm feeding them a little bit of a snack. This is just some grain. I'm not even sure if it's wheat or barley, but I usually try to give them a scoop of this a day if I don't have too much chicken scraps to give them, and they really enjoy that. And that was the most of the outdoor chores that I had for the day. And so I headed inside, washed up, and decided to make some cookies. We were completely out of any sort of baked good. I have been out of my sourdough routine recently. If you guys remember, I kind of almost killed my sourdough quite a while ago, and I was kind of working on reviving that, and I just haven't gotten back into making bread every single week, but I'm still trying to bake cookies or muffins or whatever weekly. Today I'm making an oatmeal chocolate chip recipe. This is a recipe that I got from my mother-in-law, and it is one of my go-tos. And as I was waiting for my butter to melt, I heard my dryer go off. I had started a load of laundry that morning, and so we actually kind of switched back over to our duvet. It was kind of cooling off during the night, and I was tired of being so cold at night, so I figured I would just go grab our duvet and put that on the bed, and it looks so cozy, and it was very nice for a week. But then we hit higher temperatures again, and now it's way too hot. So it's kind of that time of year where it's like kind of going back and forth, but it won't be long and the temperatures will stay cooler, and we will just stick with the duvet. And then once I had my bed done, I went back over to the kitchen and poured my melted butter into my batter and just finished up my cookie batter. And I found the cutest little bear terracotta thing at a pharmacy the other day, and I was actually looking for one to keep my brown sugar softer. I've been making my own brown sugar lately, and so I just stuck it in water to let it soak up water, and I will put that in my brown sugar later, as you guys will see a little bit later on in this video. And then I decided to make Roman and I a little bit of a snack. I am loving all the fresh berries lately, and I should have known better. I was making cookies, and when he woke up from his nap and he saw those cookies, he did not want the berries, so he ate a cookie while I had my favorite snack ever, which is just berries with heavy whipping cream on top. It is so good. He did eat some berries after he had a cookie though, but who am I to deny a 2-year-old a fresh baked cookie? And here I am getting the little terracotta bear out of the water and putting my brown sugar over top of it in a jar, and it is a success, guys. I just dug into it again today and it had been 2 weeks later and it's still completely soft. So if you ever come across a little terracotta sugar saver, I highly recommend. They have them on Amazon and I'll try to link one, but they're really pricey over there. I paid like $6 for this one, so definitely recommend trying to see if you can find one locally. I decided not to film making supper today. It was a little bit hectic and I honestly don't even remember what we had, but here I am just cleaning up a few dishes from supper. I had thrown most of them in the dishwasher, but I really hope you guys enjoyed coming along today for some homemaking. I hope that it inspired you in some way, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day, and I will see you guys next week.